Let's see what's going on, everyone. Welcome to today's video. We do these every single week where I go over my watch list, every single stock that I'm watching for the week, why I'm watching it, the key levels I'm watching, the patterns I'm watching, all of that stuff, so you can literally go through, see if you see value in these stocks as well, and then make some moves from there. So yeah, let's dive into this. So first stock I'm watching this week is Tesla. Like usual, this is just like the first one on my watch list every single week. So Tesla's kind of hanging out here. Looks like it's kind of flagging on the 4 hour a bit, like really getting tight here in this zone. So yeah, it's looking like it wants to break out to the upside as long as the market can hold up. I'm gonna get rid of this box. I don't like these boxes, but overall, watching a few key levels here. First level I'm watching it is the 740 break, just that whole number there, and then the key level I'm watching is 742. I definitely think we can see this week, especially after last week's consolidation. This thing's ready to pop. So 742 is the key level. If we break that, you know, we can see this thing go all the way up to 750 right away, and then from there 760 and 770. So definitely keep an eye on this. Next thing I'm watching is Amazon. Couple things on Amazon. We got this big downward resistance here. Got rejected here, here, and now here. And then on top of that, we're in a bull flag right here forming. So have no doubt we'll open up above this tomorrow. From there, we can watch for a break above pre-market high or after hours high, and you can get it for calls there. I will likely wait for the 3527 break on this, and then we'll get a breakout of this resistance here. We should see a nice push up as well. So maybe I'll trade this if it has power tomorrow. You know, short week this week, so gonna keep that in mind as I'm trading throughout the week. But yeah, I'll get into this if it has power, but likely gonna wait for that resistance there. Next thing I'm watching is ROKU. ROKU, you know, we were watching this last week, right? We had this box drawn here, and we're like, all right, this thing could break either way. And we saw a massive breakout to the upside, but it did not hold. The next day it came dumping down and actually broke this downward support here. So I'm watching this, not tomorrow necessarily. I don't think it's gonna happen, but later on this week for this 331 break, which would be a new low for continuation now. But I'd like to see this thing hang out around here a little bit before it goes down. I'd feel more comfortable sizing up for it then. But if it's going to continue falling down tomorrow, I'll probably just trade light size. So next thing I'm watching is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is nearing all-time highs again. You know, this thing's just been absolutely rallying. Called it out here for this ride. Called out here for this all-time high break. Called this flag out here. It looks better on the 4 hour. Called all of these out. Like, look at this wedge here. Just massive breakout there. So I'm watching for that 230.43 break here, that all-time high break. Should see a nice pop off of that. This thing is getting a little choppy sometimes, so I'm being careful. But overall, we should get a nice trade off that. Next thing I'm watching is UPS. UPS has a gap fill on the daily chart. As you can see, we got this entire gap that needs to be filled here to the upside. So we came into here once, but we haven't really like closed besides this day above the gap. So I am likely going to wait. I'm for sure going to wait for this 199.50 break. That's a high that we saw a few weeks ago here, right? But that 200 break is going to be really key. If we break that 200, we'll 100% be day trading this, but possibly swinging it as well. We could also be getting a cup and handle here, right? So we could be forming like a little flag here. That's a cup and handle pattern. So you got the cup, and then you got the handle. You get a breakout, boom. So definitely watching this for that cup and handle break there. It's looking really nice actually. So key things to watch here: 199.50 and 200. Early entry would be the break of the cup and handle. Next thing I'm watching, and this one's not for sure if it's gonna happen or not, but you know, Facebook, just keep an eye on this. This thing could have another massive green day like it has in the past here. Get us up to 384.33, which would then be my entry on this one. Next thing I'm watching is Netflix. This thing was insane last week. Massive rally. This is one I've been watching for a while now. On the weekly chart, you know, we have this massive downward resistance here. We broke out of that, and we just completely went all the way up to new all-time highs there. and now we're showing some rejection. Key things I'm looking for here is I'm looking for that 198.76 break, which is a new all-time high. I will get in there for calls. I'd like to see this thing hang out a while, and we get this break more on like a Thursday or Friday of this week, so we can consolidate for a bit and give this thing some breathing room. And then another key resistance I'm looking at here is 600. That whole number there should be a really good break, so I'm watching for that as well. Next thing I'm watching is UPST. Traded this one a few times last week, had a ton of power on Friday, right? So let's see if we can get a continuation here. I called this back here, and it's been going up ever since. So 154.13 on this one. I'll enter calls on that. But yeah, this thing is definitely fairly extended, right? So gonna keep that in mind. Like, we've had a crazy rally, so gonna keep that in mind and trade a little light size on this, but we'll definitely take every play it gives us. mRNA, this thing broke out on Friday. As you can see here, we were squeezing real tight in this channel here. Got a nice breakout on Friday, huge green day. Now I'm watching for that 418.44 break, which was a high back here. And from there, who knows, we can see 430. We got to break through 420 as well, and then 430, and then 440. But this thing likes to move quickly, so the contracts move really nice on this one as well. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on this. And then the last stock that I am watching this week is DocuSign. This thing is approaching all-time highs, right? So we traded this one back here quite a bit, but it came up here, made a new all-time high at 314.76, and then on Friday we got rejected right up at that resistance. So that's really good. I'm cool if this thing breaks it tomorrow, but ideally, again, Thursday or Friday on this one. We had a massive day on last Friday. What was this percentage? I mean, we pushed up 7% on the stock, right? So massive day on this day, so on Friday. So I want to see this thing kind of hang out a bit if possible. Consolidate right around here, and then we'll get that break for that all-time high. So that is all I'm watching for this week. Quite a few plays. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stocks on watch this week. That's unbelievable. All really good setups. And yeah, this is what it's all about. Make a plan and then execute on it. Super important that you sit down before the market open every single day and before the week starts and just make a plan on when you're going to buy, when you're going to sell, what are your profit targets, what patterns are you looking at on the daily, what key breakout points are you looking at on the daily. Get off of those small time frames, start looking at these breakout points on the daily. That'll give you a much higher probability and much higher win rate, right? So, all right, you guys, good luck this week. I will see you tomorrow for the trade recap. Later.